of MB National Broadcasting Waterby. He had been there, so he felt that this small boy cannot overshadow me. That's why they're always having a loggerhead.
But there were also people who had the gossip. Some, according to some reporters or quarters, they allege that even Ajaero on his own was a bit arrogant, and at some point that Bayo was the one who was suing for peace and who wanted peace. But Ajaero saw himself as someone who has worked with two presidents. He worked with Muhammadu Buhari, and he was employed before Bayo. So that means he may be his superior.
Not only that, Ajaero is in the other portfolio he's holding. This climate and the green whatever as another feather added to his cap. But he didn't know that he's treading on a dangerous ground. Because Tinubu deliberately looked the other side as if he didn't know what was going on. He would prefer his own brothers around him than Ngalari. That was what happened. So Ngalari didn't know his limits.
But do you think it's about brother? Because we had the Femi Adesina worked with Garuba Shehu. And they worked together for the complete 8 years.
That was
and in Jonathan's tenure too, we had, different people work together that way.
My dear,
that's how we had a Ruben Abati and a Reno Mokri. So we had them work together, and it wasn't an issue.
In this particular
and a Ruben Abati is a Yoruba man. A Reno Mokri is perhaps from his own side, South, even though not directly from River State.
You have forgotten the person of Tinubu. Yes. Look at the appointment he has made so far. Is it not tilted towards the southwest? All the major positions, including those inner circle members. The president you are comparing with, they are not the same thing. Buhari may have started the nepotism, but Tinubu gave it a discount.
What are you trying to say? That Buhari's nepotism was not nepotism enough?
If you compare what he did and what Tinubu is doing now, in fact, Tinubu learned the job properly than Buhari.
Okay.
That was what happened. So, and Ngalari should have known his limit because he was thinking that being a spokesperson to Tinubu will give him the right to do whatever he wants to do, and Bayo Ononoga will be watching him. In this particular instance, age and seniority or experience doesn't count. It's all about protecting our brother. That's why whenever an Ngalari will be suing for, he will be very decorum in his speeches and whatever. Bayo Ononoga will be like an attack dog of Tinubu.
But Bayo, let's forget about that.
But is that not true? Who have been threatening a particular ethnic group in Nigeria? Was it not Bayo? He is the one doing the job. Meanwhile, he's supposed to be showing maturity in all trances and all that. Did you see a Tinubu caution him? No. And Ngalari may have made mistakes maybe in some of the statements and all that, but he was not that loquacious. He wasn't. He applied decorum in most of his speeches and all that.
All right.
So that's the difference. Apparently, he was not doing it well enough, and they must have been talking, doing some things here and there, trying to poison the mind of Tinubu against him. So when it became obvious, they said, this man is becoming a problem here. I'm sure the same thing will happen to Wike in time to come.
Oh, wow. All right, Lakers, you're welcome to the show. This is 90.3 Voice of the People of Fame. It is the evening rush here. I told you earlier. Oh, by the way, let me go back to that word. This is where Nigeria's finest conversation happens every evening. So it happens here every evening. The finest of Nigeria's conversation. Here we'll talk about things that affect you, especially streamlining them as to how it's got to deal with you as a Nigerian. So let's get on to the hot topic that we have this evening. On the hot topic this evening, you may hear a few things. First of which is that emergency meeting. NLC demands Ajaero's release before 12 midnight and reversal of fuel price hike. He said with immediate alacrity, release your Ajaero before midnight today and reverse the fuel price. Is it possible or future impossible tense? Ajaero's arrest by DSS unconnected to police invitation. This is according to Falana. And then Ajaero's strike protest loom as NLC places workers union on red alert. The alert is doing waiting, to DSS storms rights group SERAP's office in Abuja.
It has started.
You recall that SERAP already gave the president 48 hours to reduce the bring back
to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and pressure for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things and makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
The Evening Rush with Pressures, featuring sound and informed guests across various sectors to discuss matters arising on Hot Topic Pod.
What was the rate of inflation, and Demi, what was the exchange rate?
Intense conversations, critical analysis.
What is wrong with us 200 million people? We can't even give ourselves.
We sometimes disagree.
When we say our GDP is not an oil dominated.
To agree.
Like what's going on here? I saw that.
On Hot Topic Pali, Monday to Friday, 6:15 p.m. to 9 p.m. 90.3. Voice of the People FM. Lagos. Now you have a voice. Yes, Lagos, now you do have a voice. 90.3 Voice of the People FM. Let's get started very quickly. Yes, the Nigerian Labour Congress NLC converged in Abuja for an emergency meeting today, Monday. The meeting followed the arrest and detention of its president, Joe Ajaero. It was reported that Joe Ajaero was arrested at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, on his way to the United Kingdom for a meeting. As a result of the resolution from the meeting by the NLC, the union demanded Ajaero's immediate and unconditional release before 12 o'clock in the night. That is 12 p.m. or before midnight today, Monday. The labor union also demanded the immediate reversal of the hike of the price of petrol to 617 naira per litre. The Nigerian Labour Congress said it has placed all its affiliates, state councils, civil society allies, and the Nigerian populace on red alert. Nigerian populace on red alert. Now, the NLC has also summoned an emergency meeting of the National Executive Council, NEC, by 9 a.m. on Tuesday, September 10, 2024. Barrister Darlington. The NLC has said that they have placed all its affiliates, state councils, civil society allies, and the Nigerian populace on red alerts. Now, my question, my worry will be on that, last body that was mentioned, the Nigerian populace. A lot of Nigerians feel very disappointed in Joe Ajaero, at least going by what netizens are saying across social media, that, well, Nigerians wanted him to fight for them, but now he's the one who's perhaps expecting them to fight for him. Do you see all of these unions, including Nigerians, rallying round Joe Ajaero, irrespective of what his crime or offense may be, because we're yet to know exactly what his offense is?
You see, when you are in such a position as a labor union leader, you can never please everybody. I quite sympathize with Ajaero. Even I have criticized him. But on a second look and a second thought, and I asked myself, this man was trying to be a peacemaker. That is why he was not, aggressive in his approach to national issues. That is why he has always played the peacemaker whenever they go for meeting, thinking that this government will live up to their promises. Because you are looking at the promises made to you by the president of the country. Anybody would have said, Ajaero, but the man says so. Why not give him chance to see what he has done, what he has said, whether he will implement it? At that point, if you now neglect what he said and now start protest or strike, they will say, look at. But the president said this, he said that. Why didn't you wait? You can see now. These are the things I'm talking about. The people will not be looking at it. They'll be looking at the man and his actions. But when the president have told you, don't worry, I am doing something about your demand. Will it be right for Ajaero to now say, no, we don't agree, or this is your demand, we don't really believe whether you will do it? They will use it against him. So it is better let the government shoot themselves in the right foot. Because at the end of the day, whatever they want in Ajaero, we are going to hear it. It cannot be anything short of trying to stop him from this strike. Because the only person who can rally around the people today to go on strike is the labor union. And the government is trying to make sure that they silence that voice. That is the way I look at it. Look at if not, why is it that the police have invited him for unsubstantiated allegation?
Unsubstantiated allegation. Okay.
Then when he honored that invitation, what happened? Nothing.
But Barrister Darlington, before now, you've often said that investigations were already supposed to be made before any arrest.
Exactly.
So do you not think that the DSS actually did their due diligence before this arrest?
No. What due diligence? What due diligence? If not, they would have been the first person to invite Ajaero now. It's the same thing.
So how come they did not also hold him that day he went with everyone?
Exactly. That will tell you that they are just trying to cow him. Because this same harassment was meted out to Emefiele. Go and check now. By the time DSS will come, they will the same terrorism charges. For DSS to be involved in this matter, it's going to be terrorism charges at the end of the day. Then after all the rigmarole, after all the time wasting and everything, the matter may go to court, and court will say, look, you cannot substantiate what you are saying. That's the end of it. That of Emefiele, have it been substantiated? Please, somebody should answer me. That will tell you that whenever they want to put you in the cooler, they will use a very high allegation. So that anybody that here will say, you mean you wanted to overthrow the government? You are sponsoring terrorism? The real people that are sponsoring terrorism pressure, they are giving us their names and their list too. Yes, we didn't hear this type of harassment against them. The real people that are disturbing this country today, that are well known to the government, nobody have harassed them. It has to be civil society members, union group, all because they are a voice that is speaking for the people, nothing else. And this is the hallmark of any government that is failing.
All right, so Barrister Darlington,
they will always try to suppress.
Barrister Darlington, before we get to that, right? Nigerians expected the union, the organized labor, generally the NLC and the TUC, to act in their interest, especially workers. Immediately, the president mentioned the subsidy is gone, made the subsidy is gone statement. And most of the promises that they had with the government as to things to help cushion the effect of that economic policy are yet to be, fulfilled, or were yet to be fulfilled at least. And the NLC too did not act, did not do anything. So some people thought that, maybe it looks like, in fact, a lot of people lost hope and confidence in the labor unions generally. And some people are saying, or have the opinion that maybe Ajaero compromised. Perhaps that's what they may have against him.
No, you cannot say that. I just told you here that when you are treading on a dangerous ground, you have to apply wisdom, because a lot is involved here. Nigeria, our politics is littered with a tribal sentiment. Whenever somebody in the southeast is doing something against anybody, it's not because it's not an Igbo man. And Ajaero is from the southeast. If he begin to play hard, the people from the southwest will see it as an attack on them. That is why the man was treading carefully. But at least he was always opposing. He was always going for a meeting with the government, and promises were made. Why didn't the government fulfill those promises? At least he made effort. If you now call us people, let's go on strike because they didn't see anything, they will say, he made the promise now, you give him time to implement. It's a gradual process. They will use it against Ajaero. So why would
but this same Ajaero, when the minimum wage was increased to 70,000 naira, gave boozer to the president, and that's why people are saying that. Does he not look like that? He maybe he compromised in one way or the other.
Yes, you can see now.
That's what some people are saying. Now, in fact, it's all over social media. That's what people are claiming.
That is it. That's when you are leading a people. Even Moses was not successful. They will always grumble. One of the reasons why they did that, we have now come to realize it, that there was a promise made that if we leave this in at 70,000 naira, we are not going to increase the fuel pump price. That was one of the agreement reached. And because the Tinubu kept to it, that's why they were hailing him. How come 1 month after, he now increased the same fuel pump price? Is that not a betrayal? I mean, is that not why the labor is angry now? That they are asking, reverse this in as we agreed. You can see. Meanwhile, the 70,000 has been gazetted, so there's no going back. As we say, okay, since we have increased the fuel, let us go back to the 250 you propose, even though it's not feasible. So nobody can really blame Ajaero. He was only being, he was only playing like a peacemaker to make sure that the country move forward. You heard what he said, even when that 70,000 was approved. You heard what he said. So if government have implemented all that was agreed, there won't be any problem. But because government have realized that they betrayed the NLC and they are going to go on strike, look at what they are doing. They are even worsening their case. They are now worsening their case. That's the truth. So I cannot really blame Ajaero. If he did not do anything at all, I will blame. But he made effort. And government betrayed themselves and not him and Nigerian people. So before you blame Ajaero, why not blame the person that made the promise and renege on it? Why not blame the person? Didn't they try? They tried now. You don't want it, so, and these are the things he was avoiding. Because if he become too harsh against the government, they will say he want to overthrow Tinubu. The same thing he was avoiding now. Is that not what they're bringing on him? So
Barrister Darlington, his lawyer, Femi Falana, has said that his arrest is unconnected to the invitation. He's supposed to go back this week to answer more questions on the invitation. So what could the problem now be if he's unconnected?
Police are calling him. DSS are calling him. What did he commit? Even all the terrorists, they were not dragged like this. Police are calling him. DSS are calling him. One man. What did he do? What did he do that we are not aware of? Just because he's a labor leader.
Remember they said they were looking for a high-powered criminal in that building, who we now found out to be a white man, a Briton, who owns a bookshop in the building.
They did not call for his repatriation. No. They have not called. They have not told Britain. Look,
the guy was teaching us that protest is not treason.
So and you think Britain will listen to you when you call for him? Britain, I have been telling these people, let them not make this matter a diplomatic affair. If there's a diplomatic role now between Nigeria and Britain, I don't think we are going to survive it. Because whether you like it or not, Britain has international clout more than Nigeria. If they move against Nigeria, especially Tinubu government, he will find it hot too.
So Barrister Darlington, the labor unions have placed all their workers on red alerts, or all their affiliates on red alerts. Do you see everyone, all the unions, working together to support this cause and go on strike? Or do you see some people chickening out? Permit me to use the word.
Before now, many groups, especially Yoruba group, have already threatened that if he does not do anything about this harsh economy, they are even leaving Nigeria. They didn't say that. They said they will leave. So
another group from another Yoruba group actually gave, said that the presidency should resign.
So
you saw that story about that Yoruba group.
Exactly.
The president should resign because of the hardship.
Even that did not agree with them, but the government should not play into their hands. It's like a hungry child. The mother now beat that child. Have you not doubled the cry? A child is hungry. He's already warming up for the hunger, trying to unleash a disturbance in the house. You now come and beat that child, say, why are you crying? Do you think that child will shut up? He will cry more now. He will cry more. You have added fuel into a raging fire. So the government should be careful. There is no part of this country today that is happy with Tinubu's government.
But how about if truly there are some serious allegations on him, some questions he needs to answer? Should the labor unions also go on strike for one man's sin and suffer the rest of the country?
If that sin you are talking about is the same sin that they accuse Jesus Christ of, will you support it? Were you not here when his people say that because they want to do away with him for preaching peace, they said he had committed all the crime in the book? Sorry. And swore before Pontius Pilate. Will you support such a sin? By the way, what is treasonable felony in the eyes of the government? We have defined it here. All this while, have they gone to Joe Ajaero's house and saw 1 peso? Not to talk of arms. Somebody who wants to overthrow government, do you overthrow government by talking on air, by speaking? Do you do that? There must be concrete evidence. There must be ally. Other mercenaries or military men that you have assembled. You must get evidence, because you don't just say you want to carry out a coup or whatever. There must be action. Even there must be what's it called now? Mappings. How the strategy. Somebody is going to sit down and map out the strategy. You will see the strategy paper somewhere, and you bring it out. That is what they are planning. Have you seen such a thing? So all this thing is the same thing they accuse Emefiele. I've been saying it. Why is it that up to today nobody is talking about terrorism charges against Emefiele again? Why is it so? But that was the first thing they used against him. So whenever they want to keep you in the cooler now, they will say you have committed the treasonable felony. As a matter of fact, you are not the one to say that. It is the court who will look at. Oh my God.
Sorry, sir.
It is the court who will look at the relevant legal documents and say, yes, under this section you have done this, you have done this, and then they will now call for witnesses and all that. That is the responsibility of the court to say, yes, this man, you have committed a treasonable felony. Not you. Not you. That is why I am baffled by Nigerians. Whenever they hear is Ajaero above the law, why would you say that? The man answered the police that invited him. We didn't hear any time that DSS invited Ajaero. Please, did you hear? Did you hear pressure? Did you hear that the DSS invited Ajaero at one point or the other? He refused to answer them. Was there any time you heard that Ajaero is a wanted person? So all these things that these people are doing, they are not helping this government at all. They are not. Rather, they are driving it into infamy. That is it. Unfortunately, Tinubu is not even. He doesn't even know the implication of what the security agencies are doing to him. He doesn't know. He is playing into the hands of people who are even angry about what is going on. When the real problem will come, they may not be able to handle it. Because remember, it was this same rascality that happened in the past that caused problem in this country. It has just started. This came lawlessness. Because you just be doing anything anyhow. You arrest people with impunity, with arrogance. Journalists are brought in for just reporting what is going on. What kind of thing is this? Are we going to wait until this country implodes before we will now say enough is enough? It's so sad. Tinubu should call these people to order. I thought he changed DSS so that there will be sanity there. Is it getting worse or better now? Why would you just arresting people anyhow on trump up charges? And you can't even take them to court. You can't take them to court. You just keep them in the cooler. At the end of the day, I say, okay, it was a mistaken identity. We didn't know that this one is the man they call Ajaero. Is that not what they said the other time? They will come and tell you that. They didn't know that their man made a mistake. That when they saw him, he resembled the man they were looking for. And then they say, okay, you can go home. What kind of thing is this, for God's sake? In fact, nobody can justify this under a Tinubu who claimed that he fought for democracy, he fought the military. Look at what is going on under him. We are not talking of the bad governor. Now, you are violating human rights. Precious,
sir,
problem is coming. I'm telling you. From what I'm seeing now, because that is the only way they can now, divert our attention from the bad governance we are seeing now. He is in China, or has he come back? Did you hear that?
They said he went to the UK from there.
He will tell the whole world. Meanwhile, these people are causing problem for him at home. You can imagine. You can imagine. Is that how to lead?
So you think that most of these decisions or most of these actions the president may be oblivious of most of these actions?
It is obvious because these people have seen the president that is on board, his body language. They are acting according to his body language. If it is a no-nonsense president who will tell, look, whatever you do, don't make any illegal arrest against anybody.
All right. So, Barrister Darlington, speaking about arrests now, operatives of the Department of State Services, the same DSS, stormed the office of the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project SERAP today in Abuja. Now, this was disclosed in the post via SERAP's official X, aka Twitter handle today, Monday. According to the report, officers were demanding to see the rights group's directors. The post read, officers from Nigeria State Security Services, Service SSS, are presently unlawfully occupying SERAP's office in Abuja, asking to see our directors. President Tinubu must immediately direct the SSS to end the harassment, intimidation, and attack on the rights of Nigerians. But I don't know if you understood that sentence. Let me take it back again so you understand. Part of that message reads, President Tinubu must immediately direct the SSS to end the harassment, intimidation, and attack on the rights of Nigerians. That is, they say make the president stop anything we get to do with to harass the people, to intimidate, and to attack the rights. That is the team we be saying at the rightful team of Nigerians. That's what that sentence says. Now, this is coming after the rights group had urged President Tinubu to direct the National Petroleum Corporation, our company limited, to quickly reverse the outrageous pump price of premium motor spirit. I did mention that they had instructed him to reduce the pump price immediately. However, they've also reacted to it. Socio-economic group, they reacted. They said some officers from DSS today invaded. In fact, they say a tall, large, dark-skinned woman entered our office, accompanied by a slim, dark-skinned man. Other officers were sighted in two unmarked vehicles stationed outside our office. The officers who interrogated our official requested to see our directors. Well, they did say a lot. And then Femi Falana has reacted to and said that the president must immediately prosecute those responsible for this invasion on SERAP's office. Do you see any change?
There will not. In fact, it's like pouring water on stone.
Why, sir?
They will convince the president that these people, they are planning something that is not good for his government. Remember that Tinubu is not around, so they will tell him that there is something about these people. Maybe when you come back, we'll now detail you on what they have done or what they did not do. But at the bottom of all this thing is about the fuel pump price. NSC is talking about it. SERAP is talking about it. But because of this, listen very well. Listen, maybe this will give you an idea. Over the weekend, this particular pump price or whatever, the liters of it came down to 30 million. Something I've been talking about for a long time. The daily consumption of fuel, it came down to 30 million per day. You and I know that it is not feasible. Let us accept. All of a sudden, the same fuel that went down to 30 million now jumped to over 60 million again. Meanwhile, the fuel for the past 3 or 4 weeks now, nobody have seen it. So, Precious, please, the subsidy you are paying, for this past 3 or 4 weeks, remember it's a daily business.
Yes, sir.
Good. If you are paying such an amount for 30 million liters per day, and up till now, we have not even seen up to 10 million liters anywhere because the product is not available. Please, whom are you paying that 30 million and 60 million to? Who is collecting the money for the past 3 weeks now? Precious, please, I need answer on this matter.
How will I answer you now? Did I share money? Did I collect money?
Did you see that at the bottom of this thing is this same fuel? All the people that are calling for reversal of because it is no longer necessary. You sold crude oil to Dangote on naira basis. Naira, he bought it in naira. So why would it not be so high? And why would you not be paying subsidy? Did you import anything? Did you import anything as to say the landing cost now is 200 million? You cannot afford. That's why we are paying the rest of the 100 million. You people will not pay. Did you import any fuel now? Is it not Dangote we are depending on? For the past 3 weeks, is there any fuel anywhere? So that subsidy they claim they are paying, every time we are paying subsidy, we are paying. Who is collecting the money? Who is paying it? Which company is collecting it? How many liters of fuel are we consuming in a day? These are genuine questions that Nigerians should be asking now. It's not about arresting anybody. That is the question I want Nigerians to ask. To know how much that is being stolen from you every day. Every day. Is it not obvious? 30 million liters of fuel in the midst of this scarcity. And somebody that has conscience, maybe you say, we have been cheating these people. Let us bring this into at least. Somebody reduce it to 30. All of a sudden, the other person, no, if you reduce this, how can we make our money? They now took it to 60 something again. That means you and I are subsidizing corruption. Can't we ask question? That is the problem. That is the real issue. And I want Nigerians to join me in asking this question. Who is paying subsidy and to who? Who is collecting the money? We want to know. Because tomorrow they bring out another figure that they pay the subsidy of 10 trillion naira. You now ask yourself, who did you pay subsidy to? What you always hear pressure, is it not that we are paying subsidy? Is that not true? Have you ever mentioned the person that is collecting this subsidy? Have you heard of a company that is collecting this subsidy? The answer is capital no. The company have no name. We only hear of figures. Remember.
You know, say the VP been talk, say there's some cabals them say, and then they vex, say because the president come out subsidy. So maybe those cabals themselves.
Oh my God. Oh, so they know
cabals.
They know yes, that is a cabal, but they don't have a name. They are faceless, Abi.
But they don't mention this in a cabals now.
Precious.
Sir?
There is no cabal.
Why?
The cabal is the cabal.
How cabal won't use the cabal?
The cabal is the cabal. Quote me. They have already planned it with that so-called merger somewhere. OVH and DMPC and all that. Those are the cabal. Go and trace the history. You will now know. Why will an NPC sell his downstream business to an Owando? Why? All of a sudden, because they have covered their own track by increasing the subsidy, liters of fuel. They now said anybody can go and buy from Dangote. You understand what is going on here now? Initially, they said it's only one company that buy from Dangote, and then said to us, when we cried that this is this is not proper, that it is fraudulent, they now did their magic as usual, increase the subsidy whatever, so that whatever they get from there, it will cover what they would have gained from being the sole agent. Can't you see it? How can you be consuming whether 30 or 60? Is it feasible? Precious, is it possible that every day Nigerians consume 30 million liters of fuel in this harsh economy? Who is buying the fuel in the first place? Who? That is where the thing is going. So these people that now call for the reversal, they are touching a very sore nerve. They are trying to touch at the base of some people, because that is where their cash cow come from. You want them to reverse or reduce it for what? How will they make their money? That is the issue here. So those people who are clamoring for this fuel, we deal with you people. Since you don't want to leave us alone, we are going to deal with you. But
this is a serious accusation. Are you saying
which accusation? Is that not the two things that both NSC and SERAP are saying? Is there any other thing they demanded from Tinubu, that they are being harassed all over the place?
So you think that this is the reason? You don't think that their heads actually have some questions?
There is nothing they have done that can warrant this type of harassment. Nothing. Except the demand.
All right. So let's see. Since we're still talking about the security agencies, troops of the Nigerian army allegedly stormed Ukwama community in Wheelie South local government area of Delta State and shot at members of the community, according to this report by Daily Post. Now, this is coming weeks after Ukwama community leaders were arrested by Nigerian soldiers. A source from the community told newsmen, told Vanguard newspaper, that the soldiers entered through Ukolagba community early Monday morning, that is early this morning, after using drones to monitor the community on Sunday. According to the source, as the person says, as I speak, soldiers and some youth have stormed our community, shooting at anything in sight. They packed their boats at Ukolagba and came on foot. The small tents we have built are being raised. Remember that some of the buildings were already raised. You remember when they said some buildings were raised because of that incident. Now they're complaining that the small one that they put up now to put their heads are being raised. According to the source again, it says everyone is in disarray. I can't find my child. Why are we being treated in this manner? And the report further says that the eyewitness says, why will soldiers team up with our enemies to attack us? Our leaders were arrested weeks ago, and now they have come to sack the community, the person said. However, the cause of the latest invasion is still unknown, but that's according to the report by Vanguard and Daily Post.
Precious.
Sir?
Does the military or any security agent, do they have the right to invade any community without a court order? You can see how we are gradually building militants among the civilian populace. Some group of stubborn boys now in that community may gather together and say, let us protect ourselves. What do you think will now happen? How can you, because you're a military man, you just invade a community and you are shooting them? Children and the children, women and children, running helter-skelter. Are you not building hatred in their hearts? Are you not building a monster in them? This is how problem starts. Each time we say this here, people don't pay attention. Remember, it was this type of treatment that made the other people to move against the military. What is it that they have done in that particular locality that nobody have told us? Every time the military will just stroll in and start shooting. Meanwhile, where they are supposed to be shooting terrorists, they are not there. Pressure, they are not there. You can imagine. If this thing continue, what do you think will happen at the end of the day? You think those communities, they don't have young men who are equally stubborn? You think so? This is how problem starts. Then tomorrow, the federal government will come and say, who killed our soldiers? Now that they are killing civilians, it is well and good. Pressure, let them continue to shoot them. I won't say more than that. It is well and good though. Nigerians who know how to talk, because it is have not come to their own side. They will not call the military to stop all this harassment against civilian populace. It is wrong in a democracy. No respect for your human rights. Because you're a military man, if it is your own family that is being harassed like this somewhere, will you be happy? You are using drone on civilian populace, shooting them. Up till now, nobody have said what happened. Nobody have said what happened. If you go and check very well, it will be the same oil. It will be the same oil.
So that's what I'm saying, Barrister Darlings. Remember that soldiers were killed, including a high-profile, high-ranking soldier. So do you think it's perhaps still,
How can it be? The matter has been taking
But investigations are still ongoing. Now. Shouldn't it be ongoing?
Should they be shooting now? Should they be shooting now? That was my question. If investigation is going on, it doesn't warrant them to be and shooting again. The people are nursing the injury they suffered, and you are now shooting again. For what? For what? Is it not the type of intimidation that made the people to get angry the last time? It's wrong. There is no way you can justify it. That matter is being addressed at the highest level in this country. Has it been sorted out? Did the military say that the villagers attacked them? The answer is no. You can only use your rifle when you are under attack. Did you hear that the villagers attack anybody? The young men are not even around. They have all left town. So you are just harassing women and children and maybe elderly people. You heard when they said they should go back to their village. You heard it. When the military said that they should go back, they should go back. These people went back and you have started again. The federal government should go and look at what is going on in that community. Because I know that for the military to be this harsh in that community, there is something that they are doing there that the people do not like. Go and check very well. There is something those military are doing there. Because the last time I checked, we don't have a case of terrorism in that locality. Terrorists are not in that locality. It is either the bunkering have become so bad that the sharing formula has been messed up. So they got angry. Because the only thing I know that is in that village now, that local, is the oil. That is the only thing that will warrant the military to be going there. And be trying to get their own share, whatever. Because when the story was told, it was all about what? Oil. All about oil. Instead of the president to look into that matter, get an independent panel to look into that particular community now, to arrest a bad situation before it gets out of hand. He will not. Every time military, Okwama, are that the only community in Niger Delta? Are that the only community? They should be very careful before these people will be turned into a militia group and start fighting guerrilla warfare. You know what happened before Yaradua gave them amnesty? They are gradually, they are now trying to recreate another monster in that community. Before we now asking, how did this thing happen? How did we get here? We are fighting terrorism in North. Now the thing has broken out in the Niger Delta. They should look at what is happening now. It has started. The military should be very careful. The way they are acting is they are acting outside the law. Outside the law. No law permits them to use gun against a civilian. It's not done. It's wrong.
All right, so moving on to other conversations very quickly. Unidentified gunmen suspected to be bandits in their large numbers have kidnapped 2 nurses and an unspecified. That unspecified means they no fit count the number of people. They don't know the number of people or the number. They don't know the number. They don't know the amount. So unidentified gunmen suspected to be bandits in their large numbers. That is, the bandits in plenty. And they have now kidnapped 2 nurses and an unspecified number of patients from the primary health care center of Kuyalu, eastern part of Braining Gwari local government area of Kaduna State. Barrister Darlington,
the same community.
Should I read it again?
I said the same community in Kaduna State.
Sorry, let me read it again. This time I interpreter for pidgin English.
What do you want to interpret?
I just want, say I dey try break down, make people for you understand me well.
Precious,
sir,
they don't hear you.
Okay.
They kidnap patients.
Okay. Unspecified number of patients. I will not know the amount of patients, and they say the bandits then come in their large number, and then they can carry 2 nurses and number of patients where we know. And say this one happen. They carry these patients. Like patients, but for those who know, patients are people who know well. That is person with the sick or people with the sick with the hospital. They know them as patients. So these bandits, them unknown gunmen, enter inside the hospital, collect 2 nurses, and they say the gunmen they come in plenty. Then plenty come collect 2 nurses, collect number of patients and we know well. We will not fit know the number where they carry. And now for the primary health care center of Kuyalo, for eastern part of Berening Gwari local government area of Kaduna State. Now the hoodlums were said to have targeted the nearby government day secondary school at 9 a.m. today, Monday. However, upon finding the school empty, they stormed the closest health center. So that they actually wanted to go to the government day secondary school. That was their target. Their target was the government day secondary school. But as they reach the school, they find out say nobody did the school. That means maybe if this story is anything to go by, or for they cry for the kidnap of another school children right now.
In large number.
So as them vex say they don't see children to kidnap, now them vex go the health center. Now according to Musa Al Hassan, a leader of a local vigilante group in the area, the bandits who were seeking to abduct students instead of 2 female nurses and several patients hostage. So instead took 2 female nurses and several patients hostage, leaving the community in a state of panic. So now students they be defined, but instead now they no see students, the Konkukuma settle for the one we they see.
The question now is
let me kindly finish, sir. Sorry for the trouble. So that let me quickly. So in fact, the person, the Ogakpata, Musa Al Hassan, speaking to reporters, said in his own words, the bandits came to the school around 9 a.m. asking about the students, but when they found out that the school was empty, they went to the healthcare center and started kidnapping people. The exact number of patients kidnapped is still unknown. That is the exact number of sick people where they carry. They know one, including the ones who need oxygen or who need any kind of better treatment where they feed, God forbid, die in that process. Now, an eyewitness further revealed that the bandits came into the healthcare center wielding guns and machetes. That is, they carry gun and machetes and dragged people out of the hospital. Now, Daily Post recalls that bandits had attacked a community in Kaduna State last week, Friday, just last week. This incident is the latest in a series of attacks by bandits in the state. However, there is no official statement yet on the incident from the state government. End of report.
Precious.
Sir,
please.
But this is scary.
No, hold on. Please. Patience. What is their own in this matter now? Are you sure that most of those patients will get to their destination? They will die on the road. That one is certain. Imagine some of them may be taking drip and they would have removed it forcefully. Some are so weak that they cannot even walk. So how can they trek to the distance where they are camped inside the bush? They will die on the road and they will leave them there and go. Precious.
Sir.
Look, there are things that is so annoying, seriously. There are things that is so annoying. Then this type of thing happened. And the president of the country had it and he's just staying there. Moving from one country to other. And you and I know that this visit will not yield anything. Because they are hearing what is going on in your country and you are asking them to come and invest. Can't you see the contradiction here? You are there telling them to come and invest in a country where terrorists are holding sway. And what will going on? If this man does not care for his own people, what will now happen to we foreigners? They will ask themselves that question. That if you, the president, cannot protect your people, is it we foreigners, when we come in, that you now protect us? No, is that not a genuine question to ask? That's why I'm telling you, come home, leave all this thing you are doing outside. It did not yield any fruit. No sensible, reasonable man will come here to invest. Even if your land is filled with gold, they will only come and maybe use a phone and collect what they want to collect and stay put in their country. They cannot come here and open shop. It's not possible. They are hearing and seeing what is going on in your country. And they are seeing your attitude towards these issues. You are not even bothered. The other day, was it not one person that was killed in France? Emmanuel Macron left the conference and ran back. One person. And now, with the fuel tanker class that killed 48 people and burnt them beyond recognition. And this one that happened now. A president is outside here. When he come back now, they will tell us, Mr. Whatever promised to bring $20 billion. Chinese said they are going to give us $50 billion. That $50 billion is for Africa. We don't know how much is our own there. It's just pepper. They will take this into countries in Africa that are peaceful. They won't bring it here. They will tell him, why not pay us the one you are owing us before? Buhari borrowed money from us. We have not seen it. You want to come and continue borrowing. China cannot be that profligate with their money. I've said it here. If they have been doing like that, they won't have enough to take care of their population. So Tinubu should come home. He has enough to do at home here. Let him come home. It's as simple as that. By the way, did you hear any statement about these people that were taken away? Or the tanker that exploded and killed the 48 people? Did you hear any
official statement?
Yes.
Ajaero Ngilali has resigned. He's a presidential spokesperson, sir.
Oh, really?
Is he not the one that's supposed to make the statement?
You forgot that after Ajuri, there are 3 other people. Bayo. Which is that other?
But they no come with the tag. Then they be advisor, special assistant, special advisor.
Now
they all no come with the name of presidential spokesperson.
Hold on. If Tinubu is not around, Shetima who told us that we take care of security.
But remember that it was Ogabayo that told us that the president is going to UK from France now.
From China.
Through Twitter. From China. Yes, from China. Yes, sir.
Remember he left Dubai to China and now UK. All this please, my dear, all this jollinketing all over the world. Our market. At least when the ones you went before, what came out of it? Or you just want to go and show them your new toy that you bought a new jet? If not, what is the dividend?
Barrister Darlington, would that be a fair thing to say of a president?
Oh, really?
Of our president?
I should not be clapping for him that people are dying here and he's abroad. He didn't even care. Precious, you can see our problem. You mean I should be clapping for President Tinubu that Nigerians are dying in numbers here? They are being, and the president is outside here. He did not even care. Not even a statement. But he can make a statement from abroad that they should reverse, they should go and look at the pump price. They should go and do this and do that. That is where his interest lies. When he told them to go and look at the pricing template and all that, was he in Nigeria? No. But when people died, he heard of it too. The thing is all over the world. Can he not say something? The answer is no. These people they kidnap now, they are not human beings, Abi. That will tell you how they value your life.
All right, Lagos phone lines are open. Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions on the conversation. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. That is 0700 903 903 903. You can also call the WhatsApp line. The WhatsApp number to call is 0817 175 6338. 0817 175 6338. In case you're just joining us, let me quickly run you through the hot topics that we've had this evening. On the hot topic this evening, you heard emergency meeting. NLC demands Ajaero's release before 12 midnight. Reversal of fuel price hike. And then he also did hear Ajaero's arrest by DSS unconnected to police invitation. This is according to Femi Falana. And Ajaero's strike protest loom as NLC places workers' unions on red alerts. And then DSS storms rights group SERAP's office in Abuja and prosecutes those behind invasion of SERAP office. Falana tells Tinubu, while DSS reacts to the invasion of their office by the DSS. Sorry, did I say DSS? SERAP reacts to the invasion of their office by the DSS. We also did tell you that Nigerian soldiers allegedly invade Okwama community again. And then you heard panic as bandits abduct nurses, patients in Kaduna Hospital. These are the hot topics we've had this evening. Phone lines are open 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. That is 0700 903 903 903. The WhatsApp line to call is 0817 175 6338. 0817 175 6338. Hello, good evening and welcome. Good evening, are you there?
It's off.
Hello? Are you there? Good evening. Okay, I picked your call. I can't hear what you're saying, but if you can hear me, please do well to call back again. I do hope that we can hear you when you call back again. Phone lines are still open. Hello, good evening. Are you there? I'm sure it may be from your end, because if I can hear your phone ring, I should be able to hear your voice. Can you hear us? Good evening.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can
fantastic.
hear you. Yeah, Precious. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Barrister Darrington, I greet you.
Well done, my brother.
Well done, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, Precious, this is Sonny from Sweden.
Oh, Sonny, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm beginning to want and think what is going on is because of the Nigeria government part of the this kidnapping, and because if you watch Edo State governorship, the election they're about to have, or they have already, I don't know, but the interview, the campaign
is on the 21st.
Okay. Yeah, their campaign slogan is we are going to make sure everywhere is calm, this security this and security that. Now you find out that all these things happening both in the east, north, west are they're all caused with the political ambition, because of their selfish interest, so that they will see what they will use to campaign. Because I cannot imagine a country, terrorism and bandits, they will be working freely, doing all manner of impunity, killing innocent Nigerians, and nothing has been happening so far. But they will be fast to apprehend protesters. So I don't understand how this country works. What is going on?
But the government is not doing nothing. The government is working. Security has stopped our budgets in the past and still present. The government has also directed, from the last attack of our military apparatus, the government directed that its heads move to Sokoto State to ensure that they nip this in the bud. And the government is doing something now, Abba.
They are not doing anything, because if they are doing something, we will be seeing the result. At least the evidence will be there. Nobody will doubt what they are doing. Because as it stands now, they are doing nothing. And in fact, as a matter of fact, they are the ones, for my own analysis, they are the ones supporting this bandit and terrorism. If not, why bandit and terrorism will be working freely, killing people and nothing?
You cannot accuse the government of being.
I have an evidence. I can give you the facts and figures.
What is your evidence?
If it is a country where things work, this bandit and terrorism would have stopped by now.
If I apply, I will destroy everybody, but the president himself.
If that's the case, don't apply again. Don't apply.
I will apply.
He's going to destroy everybody.
That's my.
Oh my God, my brother.
Thank you.
Don't mess too much.
Thank you.
Don't mess too much.
Phone lines are still open. 07.
Want to destroy everybody. Oh my God.
All right. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, you're welcome, sir.
Yeah, my name is Obi.
Obi, you're welcome.
I'm calling from Ejibo.
You're welcome.
Yes, actually the topic of the day, because every day people on tuning to your station. You keep discussing something, asking Mr. Darlington for something.
I'm asking him for something. I ask him for something.
Yeah, keep asking. No, not specifically something. You're asking questions pertaining to Nigeria.
Okay.
Yes, and when you want to get ahead and answer what he's asking for, you start contradicting him.
Oh, nobody has contradicted anything now. It's the same.
Can you go ahead and ask your own question? Or you make your own contribution, sir?
The question I want to ask is you, Precious.
Let me balance well and answer you. What is the question?
The question, are you there to protect your job, or are you there to analyze what is going on in the country?
What am I doing here? No. What brought me and you together in this place? Is it not because I'm working?
What I'm asking, are you to protect your office,
I am not protecting any job. I am doing my job.
Your job is to counter whoever.
I am not countering. I am doing my job.
Did this stop us?
And I appreciate you, sir. If you're done, may I move forward?
Did this stop us from talking? Our job is to ask questions. She's to ask questions. Yes. There's nothing wrong. She's to ask questions. And
in fact, as a matter of fact, since you people want me to be talking, if you want to hear what I think about all this matter discussed, I go to my YouTube page and go and hear it. I said it by myself today. Everything I think about what's happening. Go and watch it on my YouTube. You see it. You see it by 9 o'clock today on my YouTube.
You are sounding like an oppressor.
Yeah. You see it today on my YouTube page at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, where you see it. Immediately after this show, you see it posted on my YouTube page. Go and watch it by yourself. It's at Precious Enyi TV on YouTube. Precious Enyi TV on YouTube. You will see it there. So that people will stop harassing me. At this point, I'll soon charge you for treason because your wahala is too much. No. I will charge you for treason because the problem you're giving me is too much. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself. Bye. Barrister Darlington. You see this your people, Abby? You're laughing. You see this your people? Lagos phone lines are still open. Let's continue to take your thoughts and reactions. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good evening to you. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, you're welcome. Go ahead, please.
Yes. I want to speak about the soldier that invaded Okwama.
Please go ahead, sir.
The soldiers, generally their effort in bandits to fight bandits. They are fighting innocent people. And I want to elect Ajaero the Kubo by saying his friend. They are attacking his friend. If you know what they are doing to his people now,
I wonder.
And tell the government what is happening. If not, the fight will keep on to him also. Because this government doesn't know anybody. So you should defend these people now. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you. Good night. Thank you so much. Phone lines are still open. Lagos, still open. Lagos 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp is still 0817 175 6338. The WhatsApp line is open for those calling us within Nigeria and in the diaspora. So you can add +234 to that WhatsApp number, save it, and then use it to reach us on WhatsApp. 0817 175 0817 175 6338. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Precious.
Sir.
Good evening.
Good evening. Joe, you're welcome, sir.
Hey, Precious, you see, every day we are discussing. Every day we are discussing how Nigeria is going to be good. But you see that the year now, by February now, there will be 2 years. This regime will be 2 years. And we have not seen any good thing. Every day we are discussing bad thing. Every time they arrest this person because of good. They keep people in the north. They keep, nothing good is coming out of this government. So what are we going to do? The lands, our people, the young youths, what are we going to do about this government? We have to sit down and think what we are going to do about this. Otherwise, we are running back like Venezuela, Sodom and Gomorrah.
God forbid.
I have to put it that way. If you want to cut me off.
Oh, yeah, come and be going. Since you could come and want to cut yourself up, or come and be going now.
I'm going already. But I'll have to say it. I'm going already.
All right, thank you. Barrister Darlington.
Everybody's a parent. You know people. In a state of anger. That's why we have been advising Tinubu. Don't allow this anger to boil over. In a mob action, a lot of things may go wrong. If people are really angry, especially the killings, Precious, it's very annoying. If you see how human beings are being humiliated in their own country, imagine sick people being carried away like that. If it is in America, under 2 hours, they will trace them to where they are and neutralize everybody. But those people now, they have gone.
But America is 100 and something years old. They were senior, sir.
You have started, though.
No, sorry, sir. Before you people come for me. Good evening, sir. Oh, ma'am. Good evening. Hello. Are you there? Good evening. Good evening. All right. If you can hear us, please kindly call back. Phone lines are still open. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. The WhatsApp line is 0817 175 6338. Hello, good evening.
Hello, precious Grace.
Sir, welcome, sir.
Sir.
Good evening, how you doing? Who they talk?
Victor Ikechku they talk.
From where?
From Lagos.
Yeah, welcome, Victor. Go ahead, please.
So what I want, Barrister, I beg, be very careful. The way Nigeria are going now, I'm fearing, I beg. Let them not kidnap you from you.
What did I do again?
This is what the state to do. Go here say they don't kidnap this, they don't kidnap this. I don't understand.
Brother, the thing, no, you're millennial.
Let God be with us, I beg.
Amen, Mo. Amen.
Thank you. Amen. All right, let me quickly go to your WhatsApp messages. I have so many of them. Let's just begin very gradually. All right. This here says, good evening. It's a big insult to make comparison to China and Nigeria because China is developing every day while Nigeria is moving backwards every day. If Tinubu wants to replicate the development he is seeing in China, then he should start to make law of capital punishment to corrupt people, especially politicians. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, you're welcome.
Precious, how are you?
I'm very fine, thank you, sir. How about you? I'm not fine, no. Yeah, see, anytime I answer that default answer, very fine, thank you. I just remember that I'm not fine.
Praise the name of the Lord.
Amen, sir.
Pastor Martin, how will you?
There, my brother.
I've been following you since from blessed, most blessed.
Okay.
So, Precious.
Sir?
You see, your program has caused wahala in my family.
Hey!
My children and my wife now, they're calling me evening rush.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, I told them before people will bring me back. Unless when I call people, you answer me, answer like a precious.
Thank you, sir.
Oh my God.
Thank you, sir.
So, precious, I want to speak on Ajaero.
Okay, go ahead.
No, Ajaero don't have immunity. But to arrest Ajaero by this time, the country is intention. It's not fair. Remember, Ajaero is the president of Labour, all the workers in Nigeria. I don't know what will be outcome of it. So let this president take it easy. Take it easy. We are done already. We are done already. You don't know the person that's down in his mind when he get up. So let him take it easy. Let him take it easy, please. Because I myself have started making my arrangements to go back to my country home. And from home I have out, I just take. I'm planning. It's only the Imo River that divides me and the Valentine. So the country the way it's going, I'm afraid. My
brother, is that place safer?
All right, thank you so much. Nothing will happen, sir.
For now.
Okay.
Yes.
Precious,
sir?
let us make certain things clear here.
Okay, sir.
Nobody is saying that Joe Ajaero is under immunity of any kind or sort. But for you to arrest somebody in such a manner, the court must be involved. There will be a bench warrant, and bench warrant means that anywhere you are seen for refusing to honor police invitation or any security agent that invited you, they will go to court and obtain a bench warrant. And you don't just obtain a bench warrant, you must have been invited and you dishonor the invitation. before this. That's what we call due process. You don't just see somebody because you don't like him, you pick him up. If we begin to act like that, means one day all of us will be in DSS custody now. That is the meaning. That's why we must condemn it. I'm not saying that a Ajaero should not be invited though, but it must follow due process. That is why we are human beings. That's why we have laws. If you begin to treat everybody like this, that means you are creating a monster. With time, people will become so angry that they will unleash their anger on everybody. And that is anarchy. Imagine detaining a man illegally. What do you think is going on in his mind? He'll be thinking of so many things for revenge. That's how monsters are created in human beings. The thing will be boiling in the mind of this man. So they are treating me like this because I don't have any godfather, I don't have a mouth, this and that. That's the meaning. It's not proper, please. It's not proper. We have had enough. People should be trying very hard to recreate, to bring us out of where Buhari left us. But they are making it worse. This impunity and arrogance can never build Nigeria. Never. Never. No matter how you try, it can never build Nigeria. It's as simple as that.
All right. Thank you. Phone lines are still open. Lagos 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp is 0817 175 6338. Hello. Good evening to you.
Yeah. Good evening, Auntie Precious.
Yes, you're welcome, sir.
Good Barrister Darlington. Barrister Darlington.
We greet you too.
Well done, my brother.
Yes, so during Galari Doris and now we need you for there. This is Aliu.
You said?
I said we need to replace during Galari.
I should replace him. You don't like me. so that buy another guy will eat me raw.
Good evening, ma. This is Aliu.
Ali, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, ma. Please, this our government, my people, it just shows us to I renew Shaggy. See what is happening now. Then they enter, even when they enter hospital, they kidnap patients.
In fact. That is from frying pan to fire.
That's why all these our people, all these don't be alive. They come, they go, they hard me, then go back. Then they fear to their life. So government know they do anything. Because the other time we say government, they are trying, but they deploy soldiers in Sokoto State. So what Jonathan do during in time when he call Niger Army and Chad Army, when they come assist us, they should also call them back again, may they help us, because our military cannot fight this people. This thing is beyond our power. Honestly.
Very certainly. Do you think this is beyond us? Thank you so much, Ali.
Because of the sentiment, the sentimental attachment to this fight against insecurity, we should go outside. Jonathan did it now. He did it.
That's what Ali just mentioned.
Yeah, he did it. Let them come mercenaries. They're all over the world looking for a job. Let them invite them.
But Barrister Darlington, you know that our military was once rated very highly.
You can see where we have dropped.
That is where we were the giant of Africa.
You can see where we have dropped. We are now number 4 in Africa.
You know.
From number 1.
We were, in fact, South Africa would not even equate us before, but now they've surpassed us. Is that
what we are talking about? We have lost ground. We have lost ground to even people who supposed to be saluting us every morning. We have lost ground to them. Everything, our economy, our military, we have lost ground. Even our sports, everything is dropping by the day, dropping. And people are still saying we should not be looking like Mumu. I mean, things are not getting better, seriously. It's really getting worse by the day. Those people who don't even know what is that, maybe because they can afford 1 square meal a day. But there are people who can go 2-3 days, they have not eaten a decent meal. It's either gege bread and pure water. And when they come down with disease, you start asking, witches and wizards from the village. How can you eat those things for 1 week and you will not come down with sickness? What?
All right, thank you. Hello, good evening to you. Hello. Hello, are you there? Good evening. Good evening. All right, please call us back if you can. Let's see if we can visit some WhatsApp messages again very quickly. And this here says, good evening, P. I'm Ido Henry from Ojo, Lagos. DSS is now a hunting dog to and some people are wait for this country. And then His Royal Highness BC Wilko says, please, what is the army actually looking for in Okwama when their services are highly needed in the northern part of the country? People are being kidnapped almost every day in the north, and they are wasting their time and flexing muscles in Okwama. And for NLC, they are only backing but can never bite. Let them do their worst, because Ajaero will not be released because of the reasons best known to the people holding him. To the people holding him. Barrister Robinson, please let Labour carry their cross. During the last strike, when Nigerians were complaining that the issues that caused the strike hadn't been resolved, Labour told us that they are not fighting for Nigerians but themselves as a pressure group. So let them take their 70k and eat it. Yay. Ajiri from Bariga sent in that message. Barrister Darlington, you see what I was telling you? That's exactly what I mentioned when we're looking at that conversation.
People can never be pleased, no matter how you try. The thing that Ajaero is avoiding is what they have now brought upon him. Because with the number of people he's leading, if he should unleash them into the street, there'll be problem. That is why this young man has been very careful. But look at what is going on now. Nigerians just want anything to be by force. Let us do. Things are not done like that. But it is good. The government have shot themselves in the foot, because at the end of the day, we are going to see or hear that crime Ajaero committed. You are going to see or hear. Because I'm telling you authoritatively, if Ajaero have actually committed any crime, by tomorrow you will see him in court. Yes, now that's what the law says. But I'm telling you, they will not leave him. They will keep him there just to break his spirit. This is all about the strike he is threatening to go on to. That strike he threatened, that is all about. That is what this is all about. They don't want him to do it. The government is afraid.
All right. Hello, good evening to you. Good evening, are you there? Oh, so I don't know what's wrong with the direct line. I can't hear anyone. Hello, good evening. Can you hear me? Good evening, are you there? Unfortunately, I can't hear you. You could try calling the WhatsApp line, perhaps. And I noticed that is also having a downtime and people can't reach us. But just keep trying, please. I appreciate you.
The network are doing load shedding.
You noticed that, B?
They said it now. Some areas will have a network, some will not have. Okay, that's Nigeria for you. We are moving forward.
I'm just wondering how a lawyer will put on his suit and nice perfume and come to courtroom, and a case will be given to him to judge, which he knows that is not treasonable case. But because of whatever reason, they will tell him to judge it as such, and he will do so. Is it not appalling? They should be sanctioned for sanction for those there should be sanctions, for those lawyers knowing the meaning of the cases like that they are carrying. Kenechiko from First Accent in that message. Let me see if I can hear. Hello.
Well, sure.
Sir. Ew, I'm glad to hear from you. Ew.
I said, you do not pick my call, eh?
Ew.
The next I won't call Wiki to report you to Wiki.
We cannot be my governor again. Sorry for you. And I know from Abuja. We cannot be my governor again. That threat's no go work. Except you won't give me land for Abuja or revoke the land where you give me already.
I get you, my brother.
Evangelist what, please?
We may not be her governor, but he's the owner of his state.
He said evangelist. I don't get you and Barrister Darlington time this evening. Evangelist Osagi, you're welcome. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
We need to find a way to yap this country because my sister. See, I want to say this.
Yes, please.
I want to say this.
Okay.
Please, I want to learn. Quickly learn, please. Thank God that Barrister Darlington is in the studio. I want to learn. What is the purpose of running government? What's the purpose?
Of what?
Is it not still because the purpose of the government? The
Yes,
purpose, the reason for why we have
protection of lives and property. That's what they swore to.
And where to Abi?
Mm-hmm.
Because as a political scientist, you know, that it's like maybe what I study as a political scientist, as a student of political science, it's like maybe I'm at a loss. I think this, correct me if I'm wrong, since on the 7th of October last year, the state of Israel have been at war with the Hamas.
Hamas, yes.
Because the Hamas touched the citizens of Israel.
Yes, exactly.
Even the whole world have been begging Israel to stop.
They said no. I'm telling you.
I want to see. I want to see. You guys remember, quickly, you remember that on the 24th of December last year, a day of Christmas, almost about 400 innocent citizens were butchered by killer Fulani headsmen in Plateau State. Was anybody arrested?
My brother.
Was anybody?
Was that the first time? Was that the first time?
Let me tell you what. See, you know what? I want to round up now. I want to ask, how many people did Bible came? How many people did Cain kill? Before God said, He said, God said, the blood of your brother is price of vengeance. Blood of one person.
Exactly.
See, let me tell you. I want to say this as a pastor, as a minister of the gospel. You remember in the olden days, in the Bible days, we have kings who are emperor. The kings were emperor. That you dare don't talk to the king anyhow. You remember the Bible days.
Exactly.
That you know that even the prophet, those days prophet,
we confront them. Yes.
God bless you. And speak the truth. Exactly. Remember Prophet Nathan.
He went to David.
You remember what happened? They jeer the king better than they can be king. Because my fellow, the senior ministers of the gospel today, they are still collecting of their tithe, making money, and they are mute. Nigerians are dying every day. Everybody is quiet. They are paying electricity. That is, you know what it means that for somebody to die, for innocent people, 100 die, and everywhere is quiet. People are still, we are still playing in church on Sunday.
I'm telling you.
Everybody is still behaving as if. See, let me conclude with this. I was born in a First Republic. It showed that I'm not a kid, Abby. First Republic, I was born. That was when I was born. I witnessed the war. What happened during civil war, Nigeria civil war? It's not something you can compare with what has been happening in the last 9 years. I'm sorry, in the last 4 years. I'm just saying the truth. And let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you now. See, if we continue like this, in the next, all these DSS, what they are doing, let's tell you about it. If we continue like this, in next, before this year ends, we may not have a country again.
No. Oh, yeah, honorable, I appreciate you. You have said enough. Thank you so much. Sir, please, you don't say that. No, you can't say that.
I'm not going to amplify it.
Okay, sir.
But do you know what will happen if all the churches, all these general overseers, if they should march to Abuja and tell the president and his officials, please, this thing is enough.
Churches.
Yes, leaders. GOs.
Barrister Danity, someone is on the line. Yes, okay, the way we were supposed to have held 1 million man march in 2012. Okay. Hello, good evening. Welcome.
Hello.
Sir.
This is Pastor Okachuku.
Pastor Okachuku, you're welcome.
From Lagos.
You are welcome. Go ahead, sir.
I want us to contribute something in it. I'm a minister. You see, what happened is that most of the men of God, they are desisted from the direction of God. Right? Yes. They are after their stomach. I remember what the Lord said. He said, you shepherd, if you are not able to control the sheep, He will take it out from them and make them to be hungry. This is what we are in this system of Nigeria today. You find that the general overseers, they are just silent. They don't want to make impact in this country. You remember what happened in those days when President Jonathan was on board. Bishop, the founder of Winners Chapel. Yes, the rubbish itself. Do you see now?
No. You take that back. Not on my radio.
I understand.
No, you can't you can't call whatever somebody says rubbish or speak derogatory terms to someone. Thank you.
Now, what again is that the other day that there are people who said we should be praying. Is it prayer? There are certain things God can do for us, and there are certain things we have to do by ourselves. Prayer does not solve the problem under the economy of any country, and it does not even develop it. It's just a personal relationship between you and your God. Now, if I come to the Delta State where the military are still going in, there is nothing. Exactly what Barrister said. It is because of that oil. They have never taken as enough. And the governor of that state, I look at him as a weak vessel. Because when Okowa was here, such type of thing cannot take place. He's not a voice in that state. Thank you very much.
That is your opinion, though. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Okay. Barrister Darlington, I have plenty of messages. Let me go. Then I'll go to YouTube so that they will not swear for us. You know how they used to pray for us, So let's go back to some of the WhatsApp messages. Then we'll go to YouTube. Precious, please kindly inform Barrister Darlington that the masses are wiser, Yoruba or Igbo. We are aware of the divisive plot by the ruling government. However, we still have some fools amongst us. The oppressors are enemies. Please, Anonymous sent in that message. We're not our fellow enemies. Okay. Apostle Parry
we shall see
from
Egan
says Nigeria is gradually beginning to experience military regime style of governance, but in civilian clothes, so to speak. Otherwise, the rate at which they are clamping down on people now is unimaginable. All this is to silence them from voicing out their opinion as regards the way the country is nosediving. That's what he says. And then Chooks from Ikorodu says Ajaero was just going to UK instead of trying to see how to save the workers from the harsh economic policies of the government. Fuel price has just been increased, but Ajaero hasn't galvanized the labor unions on actions. Chooks from Ikorodu. Well, he did make a statement. In case you've been following, I don't know if you have been
for a conference now.
And then Pressure. So wait, how many times did you even call me? Your messages are so long. CY. Good evening, my sister and your guest. NLC. Okay, no, that's not it. Okay. Which one is my message now? Okay. It's a Precious. I want to discuss something with you off air. We'll send it via email. It's Precious TV@gmail.com. Precious ENYITV T&V@gmail.com. You're going to discuss it there. He said, I hope Nigeria is not hurtling towards a dangerous place. CY. That's what you said. I can't tell. We're not. Kenny Young from Okoba says Nigerians give NLC a good chance to represent us, but they turn it the other way around. Nobody to fight for the masses now. Who will now fight for him? Almost 100 citizens were charged for treason. Now is NLC leader turn. Who will rescue him? Good evening, Precious and Barrister Darlington. There is no authority to question and impeach or probe Tinubu and his administration with this degree of performance to the society. Please, we are tired of hardship and economy and bad governance. I'm calling for the intervention of the foreign countries. We can't continue to be suffering. Please, something should be done. That's what you said. Good evening, Precious and Barrister Darlington. The truth is that Ajaero Ngelale resigned from the government because he doesn't want to miss heaven. Barrister Darlington, I love Nigerians. We're just awesome people, aren't we? Tinubu government is there arresting people that are not carrying guns without doing anything about the insecurity and corruption, and perhaps people that are carrying guns, people that have been killing Nigerians and ruining our economy. Chinemere from Agbara sent in that. And a senator from Isolo says, the government has turned democracy to militocracy where nobody will talk. What did Ajaero do to warrant arrest? So upon killing Nigerians with hunger, and you are saying nobody should talk. If he is not careful, Nigeria will boil on. No. Darlington, Tinubu is the one telling. Do you think Tinubu is the one telling those that he thinks are against him? like the Buhari style. That's what his question
Do I think? The ball could stop on his table. Yes.
Okay.
He has heard what happened. What is he doing about it?
All right. So, my name is Precious. He said those Nigeria biggest political class who have refinery in Malta can't allow local refineries to work. From Iwaha Ikechukwu Esquire. So Emperor, I'm very worried about taking your message. I hope your message is friendly, because these days you've been going, berserk. I never wanted to be sharing my true view again, but I want to take this clarification. Mr. Tinubu cannot claim to be oblivious of whatever shenanigans that has been happening since he got into power. I still had to cite a date what you're writing. Emperor, give your life to God. The plot to scatter LP, the rigging elections in River State, for what you said a lot. Barrister Darlington, you remember that LP thing? I wanted you to even jump on it. Abure has said that the presidential ticket for 2027 is no longer reserved for Peter Obi again. Do you see Peter Obi making any headway without the NLC, without the Labour Party? Because this is looking like a strong internal fight.
No,
it's the internal battle.
Abure will be the loser at the end of the day, because the major stakeholders in that LP, they have left him. This thing he's doing now, it cannot help him, because if he's claiming to be the chairman of a Labour Party, how did he become the chairman? That charade he went to do at Nnewi and he called it election, was it properly conducted or was it properly held? The answer is no. I'm talking of an election, a convention that the press was not allowed to cover. P2B advised him, consult widely. He did not. He selected a few people, went to Nnewi and crowned himself as the chairman of Labour Party. So before he can claim that Alex Oti have no local standard to call for that stakeholders meeting, he should ask himself, was he properly elected as chairman of Labour Party? That's the first question. So if you are going to equity, you must go with clean hands. If they bring P2B out and bring Abure out today, I don't know where Abure will start in terms of popularity. So P2B is not backing you. Kenneth Okonkwo is not backing you. And so many other stakeholders, they are not behind you as the chairman of the party.
But I thought a lot of people said Kenneth Okonkwo was irrelevant. How come he's now someone to be reckoned with?
I just mentioned him in the past because he started by raising alarm that Abure is running a court whatever. So when all these things are coming out as a chairman of a party, are you not supposed to ask yourself, what am I supposed to be doing? Abure should realize that the chairmanship is not forever. As a matter of fact, they said that the chairmanship, his tenure has expired. So on what basis is he issuing order? He was the one that told us that the presidential ticket is for P2B. All of a sudden, because of the meeting at Umuahia, he now reversed himself, says it's thrown open. Anybody can contest. My dear, you don't change a winning team. There is nobody in Labour Party today who can beat P2B. I'm saying it authoritatively. After all, where was this Labour Party before P2B entered there? Where was there? You can just think. Where was Labour Party before P2B came in there with his integrity? Integrity.
Right. But Barrister Darlington, let me quickly.
So Abure should go and sit down. I don't know what he's doing as the chairman. He's not doing right at all. He's not.
Okay. Going on to more messages. Let me get to YouTube now. If I need and water, let me begin with you or the last. Sometimes the last shall not be the first, or shall be the first. Please, someone should tell me where Akpabio is. It's been a while I heard from him. What's he the final for?
He's eating now.
You want to send email? Engineer, our last expression: the Tinubu government is daring the Nigerian masses too much and fail to learn from what happened in other countries. Their leaders behave this way. Florence Masajua says these he said that I am a bit bullish. You can rebuke, but no, don't worry yourself. You don't understand. Kene Zike says it's sad that the government is very aggressive against the people. And Engineer Ola says, good evening, Precious and Darlington. My only advice is the security agencies is getting too much. Tinubu only have 4 years in office. We the masses are not terrorists. They should stop harassing us. Okay. So now we be like barracks, abi. Soldier go, soldier come back. We will remain, abi. Okay.
Yes, no.
Jessica Sumano says, how could you use Boko Haram in the Nigerian army to fight? No, come on. Fight the Boko. Oh, goodness. I didn't get that. Madwa Agun Kemakonon says, woman leader, Biko, leave giants. Giant to call dwarf. You're not giant again. You know one giant again. You know just one giant again, abi. Empower Ogama, see your messages. Thank you so much. Good evening. Admin Henry Uche ACIA says, my sister, I'm listening to you. This is Henry, the journalist. Okay, I don't understand. Ma Francis Precious, fisherman cannot teach people how to fish. A man without business idea, a man without business idea cannot cannot be called businessman. Man. If you know what I mean, you know. If you know, if you don't know, don't worry. I have chosen not to worry. Andy Ikegwana says, good evening, Precious. Please just understand that Nigerians are angry and frustrated. Don't take the attacks to heart. I don't even take anything to heart, my brother, for the sake of my own mental health, so that my heart does not also collapse. Namdi Iheme says, Precious and Barrister Darlington, you guys always make my evening tonic. I love you guys and your presentation. Thank you, Namdi. I appreciate you. And okay, we're playing the ostrich. Nobody can give what he or she doesn't have. We're still in long ride. Right. And Mafam says, Precious, are you happy with what is happening in Nigeria? Those who kidnapped in Kaduna, the only offense committed is being a Nigerian. We should stop deceiving ourselves in this country. God forbid that I'm happy about the woes of our people. As if I'm not even inside the woe myself. Should be me, I go to different markets. In fact, I'm coming. I'll answer again. And I said, Precious, the man is enjoying himself. Nothing for the people. Precious, we should clap for him for hunger he brought for us. And Madam Uncle says there is no genuine investor that would invest in a country like Nigeria. The only ones that will come, perhaps those that would just want to gain quickly and leave. Or the dubious ones that will only come to exploit our local collaborators in Nigeria and cruise off. Listening to Nigerian news is so annoying. Sorry, sir. Pretty Precious and Ogada LinkedIn. Kaduna is supposed to be the headquarters of military departments and installations in Nigeria. Is it not shameful and embarrassing that kidnappings are going on there? That's what you said.
Yes.
And then Fisa Yamaju Kudumi says Nigeria has never practiced democracy since existence. Responding to Amarachi says, I wonder why Tinubu is gradually derailing Nigerian democracy and people are watching what is going on now. Ajaero, he said the arrest of Ajaero may crumble Nigeria's economy. That's what you said. And Angel Pereng says, good evening. The DSS has arrested all the Nigerian workers. All. I just wish all workers can stay at home without going to work from tomorrow. The young people need to show this government, how hard things are. That's what you said. And okay, Mazi says, Darlington, good evening, sir. May God be your strength. Then I go back to YouTube again and WhatsApp again very quickly. Okay, this disappeared already. Good evening, Lady P, to your guest in this house. Please, Precious, kindly answer this question. When a dead goat is leading lions, where do you think they will end up? That's exactly what is going on. A dead goat cannot move now. You go first push him. I won't make a move. Good evening, Precious and Barrister Darlington. I am the ethanol from Otta. I pray say mouth no go pain on at all. Hey man, no, because sometimes mouth they pain. The DSS arrest and detention of NLC President Joe Ajaero is a blatant assault on the rights of Nigerian workers and a stark violation of our democratic freedoms. This move by the president or by the DSS marks a disturbing escalation of authoritarianism in our democracy. It appears to be a deliberate attempt to muscle the NLC chairman and suppress the planned protest against the fuel price hike. That's what you said. And Daniel from Agege says, what is going on in Nigeria now is very pathetic. President Tinubu has started building his own, clapping down the press and arresting of NLC president on trump up charges will never help this government. Nigeria, we hail thee. Okay, and then Harry Ogada from Palm Grove says, those who have been saying that the government should be giving time are now being hit by hunger. They are yelling, whatever you are, whether you are Yoruba or Hausa, the wars are now the ones rich. Barrister Darlington, concerning this statement Harry made, there's a lady, the one goes by one name, Aisha on Twitter. Don't let me just go through it. So she had tweeted in the past, I think on the 29th of May 2023 during the inauguration, she tweeted and said that not supporting the present administration, something about not supporting the present administration. I wish I can get that exact tweet so that I can read it out exactly the way it is. But she says something about let me see. She says you either accept Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR. She goes by the name Aisha Hamman. She says you either support accept Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR and Kashim Shettima GCON as your president and vice president respectively, or join the whalers for the next 4 years at least, or 8 years. And if you ask me, whaling for 8 years will be emotionally exhausting. If a new Nigeria is your concern, you pray to God to guide your leaders right, irrespective of the party they belong to. Inauguration day message. So just went today around 10:30 a.m. today. She now tweeted and said, "I am fully committed to campaigning for and supporting any better candidate who can defeat this government in 2027, regardless of the party. For me, removing PBAT is a personal mission and priority. Inshallah." People just
maybe you talk.
What happened now? So she's been trending on Twitter because of this conversation.
That's why the internet never forgets. They will remind you of what you said yesterday. That is why some people are now ashamed of going back to their vomit. That's why they cannot even come out and talk.
Brother, Barrister Darlington, including your brother Joe Igbokwetu, did you hear his complaint yesterday?
In fact, he was his own is the electricity tariff.
He said it's too high. But Barrister Darlington, is it not high? Maybe we've been talking here now.
I told you what they did to me. I said I got a text message the other day.
That you're not in band A.
They said they noticed.
Congratulations.
They said they noticed that I've been having light in my area too much. That I should come and go to band A or so. And who am I to say no? Do I have any?
So you were potted
by force.
All right. This message says it's a pity they are using drones on civilians but can't trace and catch even Boko Haram with drones. Nothing is strange again in this country. Bandits kidnapping patients because English drugs is against one religion, just as education is. Everyone is complaining of even Joe Ibokwe on his handle. Nigeria will heal thee. Francis from Ojo Barrack sent in that. And Antonia from Afro Media says soldiers can't evade a community, killing children and women if there isn't mineral resources on their land, which the government wants to benefit from. There is more to their presence there. Ajaero's arrest may spike and unrest soon. The government should begin to think and stop using force. The economy is getting worse daily. Anti-pressure, sir. Carton of spaghetti is now 21,000 naira. My chest is paining me. And a bag of rice above 84,000 naira. Barrister Darlington, I saw it with my two eyes. Half bag was 58,000 naira yesterday. Full bag 105,000 naira. Well, that one is supermarket price, but you can just remove 10,000 from the supermarket price. That means you can buy one bag for 95,000 naira. So you can imagine that. Well, Anthony from Media, appreciate you.
And school is reopened.
Barrister Darlington, open today. Happy resumption to parents. So happy school fees pay. How are you people?
You didn't hear.
All parents.
You didn't hear that.
Barrister Darlington.
School said that half of their students are not resumed.
In fact, I say any parents I see now, just hug them and say, "Take heart, my brother. Take heart." Because have you talked about the fees, the transportation you used to take send them to school?
And then the lunch pack. What are you going to pack?
Hell, but have you bought school bag? Barrister Darlington, one school bag, one. Oh, mine from Surulere says, "Good evening, Precious and Barrister Darlington. Prayer, me don't understand you at times. So investigation is ongoing. You say, does that mean they should kill everyone in the community before they end investigation? Wait, why? What? My humble Barrister Darlington, I greet you specially and respect your wisdom. You guys know I love you. I love all of you. You want to know my take on this conversation? Gongo. You want to know what I think? I've told you. I've sent you on assignment. Go to my YouTube page, Precious Enyi TV. That's why I'm on YouTube. Precious in your TV. So I spoke extensively on this SERAP NLC issue, and I have something to say. But there's a lot of things I have to say about this Nigerian Gelali's matter. But let me just be shutting up for now. But by the way, you can go get that.
Brother, now you should know
Chineke, I shut up my mouth too. So I have a lot to say about this SERAP issue. Yeah. So you guys go and watch it on Precious in your TV on YouTube. By the way, I have a Kudos House in the building. Kudos, welcome.
All right, my name is Victor from Kudos Homes Limited, and I want to quickly